Hello, we're going to go over the directions for setting up a class for Flipgrid. So I just opened a new tab. This just happens to be called Tabby. It's how I do my bookmarks. Don't pay any attention to this, but up here at the Omnibar, I'm going to type in Flipgrid and hit enter. And here is the Flipgrid software. I'm going to go ahead and click on Flipgrid. It is on the cloud. It'll open up to here. I'm going to click on Educator Login. If you haven't created an account, you can create an account by doing Educator Sign In, but if you have, then you just click on a sign in or just create an account. You just type in your information. Now I am here in my Flipgrid. And if I wanted to create a new one, say I wanted to do one for my second period, I want to create one of these for each one of my class periods, and I'm going to click here on Add New Grid. The grid, remember, is the overall arching, like top level of organization. Underneath the grids, you can then have topics. But keep in mind, you want to have a grid for each of your class periods. So I'm going to click on Add New Grid. And here I'm going to call it tech, and then I'm just going to say third period. Even though I don't really have a third period, we're just going to pretend. And then you have to select the grid type. These things are all required. Down here under select grid type, and there are 3 grid types. There is school email, student ID, and public. We do not want to do a public one, nor do we want to do a student ID one. If you did a student ID one, you would have to input every single one of your student IDs, which would be time consuming. So what we're going to use is student email. So I'm going to click on student email. Now down here where it says create a flip code, you can change this name if you want. It could be, if I just click on here and go LaCourse Tech Third, that will be my name, LaCourse Tech Third. You can change that, and it'll tell you right over here if that name is available. If it's not available, try something different. So you don't have to change, by the way, you don't have to change the name there. These are the things you need. You need a name here. You need to change this to school email, and you need to know what your name is. If you don't memorize this, you don't have to memorize the name. But then you click next. And right here, it's going to have your extension for your Gmail, like at Round Rock ISD, and then this where it says ... is .org. Now you have to add the student one. So you would have to add at student.rundrotkisd.org, and then hit return. And now the students can access this, because remember, we're setting this up as a school email. So the only people that can get in are the people associated with our school, like at roundrockisd.org and at student.roundrockisd.org. So those are the ones that have to be in there. You do not want to add any other ones, just those are the ones you want. Then you click on next. And there is your grid is ready to go. I would not share it at this point. So at this point, I would just click on go to your grid. Now that we're on our grid here, you can edit this stuff. If you want to change the picture there, you can click on edit grid and scroll down. And this is all the information that we've already set up. And then you can scroll down here to features, notifications. If you receive emails, if a new student has submitted something, you can change that to weekly, daily, or never, or every new video, however you want that done. Allow students to receive email notifications. I would keep that right here where it's receiving email notifications when new topics are created. I would leave this off, because you're just going to share that on their Google Classroom when you push something out. Allow students to download and share after creating their videos. Again, I would probably turn that off. And captions, and then here you can add your own picture. Remember how at the beginning it had a leaf? I like this leaf better. Or you can create your own. You can add your own. Like if I click on drop a file, these are just pictures that I happen to have in here. Oh, this is Rainier's soccer team. Then you can This was their freshman year, 15-0. I'll just put that in there and leave it like that. And then at the end, you're going to update the grid. And there you have it. It always starts with this topic. When you create a grid, it always has this say hello on Flipgrid. I always delete it. I just take that and I come down here and I delete that topic. It is really just a way to help students get used to Flipgrid, but you do not need that. So we're going to get rid of that. Now we have our grid. This is my third period, but I want to create a topic. So I want to click on add a topic, and the topic that I am going to create is how, okay, no, let me think. I'm thinking of this as I go along. What difficulties have you encountered using technology? Tech encountered. Oh, it only lets me do a little bit. And I'll call it difficulties. And then in the prompt down here, I can type that whole thing out. Oops, typo. I just want to know what kind of difficulties they've had. I don't really mess with this stuff down here, but you can record a video as a focus. You can upload a video. You can add a video. You can upload an image as a focus. So I'll click on upload, and I'm going to pick a picture. You can add like somebody having difficulties. So I'll just click on that, or I can click on this picture right here, or just me saying hello. And so I will leave that in there. You can, again, you don't have to put a picture in here. I'm just showing you how that is done. And now I will create a topic. And this is what you want to share with your Google Classroom. So at this point, I could just click on share to Google Classroom. The Google Classrooms that I have are going to pop up, and you just click on this thing down here to share. I could click on my Lunch and Learn, like that, and I can choose an action, and I can create an assignment, make an announcement, create material. So I'm just going to put this in here as make an announcement, and then I click on go. And if you want to, it says here for Lunch and Learn, all students, those are all the students in here. If you only wanted to leave a video for a few students, you can select the ones that you have, and it's going to pop up. If you want to add some comments here, I created a Flipgrid tutorial video. And then you can click on this if you wanted to schedule it. You can do that way, but I'm just going to go ahead and click on post. And now that is going to post. And if I click on view, it's going to take me to my Google Classroom. And there you can see the Flipgrid has been added. If I click on the Flipgrid there, it will, I'm going to log in with Google. And again, I'm going to click on my account here. And there it is, tech, third period. And it says, what difficulties have you experienced? And to create one, I would click on this plus, and it would take me to the student's profile where they would then create their own video. Then you could go back to your teacher portal and the videos will start popping in. If you have any other questions about how to use Flipgrids, please contact me. Thank you, guys.